Of course, people see something different about you. You're walking with your shoulders back, you have your back straight. Things are just looking up. Even if you're not really where you want to be in this life right now, you're winning and you're not being boastful about it, but you're still shining brightly and you are just flying through life and you are doing everything that you can to make sure that the probability of what you want to have happen is ever increasing, and you believe in yourself. Of course, people are going to be insulting you. Of course, people are going to try to be tearing you down. Of course, the people that were once with you are now that you're moving a little too fast for them to keep up. And now they're going to try to knock you down. They're going to try to knock you off your peg because they can't stand to see somebody do something that they believe in and that they stand on in this life. It's amazing to see the levels people will go to. Like none of us are really, we're all impoverished in some way, shape, or form, right? And we're not vessels of purity, even the winners. But when you're silently winning and you're just being who you are acting in the world as if you are doing everything possible to increase the chances of your success ever more so. Whatever that means to you, because success, again, depends on your own criteria and definition of success. My definition of success is not necessarily going to be the same as, I was going to say, Barbie's definition of success, or even a villain's definition of success. My definition of success is much different. And my definition of success is going to be based on how many people am I going to be able to make a positive impact on, and not necessarily the quantity, but the quality. If I can be a qualitative influence in which the people that are impacted by my words or by my deeds and my works in a way that is going to ever expand their consciousness and well-being, I want to see that quality follow through. And I know that I'm capable of it. I know that I am. I know that I've always been capable. But to walk silently through life, you're not trying to be boastful. You're not trying to be show-offy or anything like that. You're just doing exactly who you are, and you're being who you are, and you're living in accordance to that which is best for you. For me, and for most people that follow Christ, because even though there are going to be some people that claim to follow Christ, they don't really follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. But for me, that is following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. My life has continued to get better the more that I do that, and so I'm going to continue to do that, because that's obviously making my life better, and it's a part of the discipline that goes into creating freedom. The more discipline and the more responsibility that you have in your life, where you are going to be silently winning, here come the haters. Okay, here come the haters. I cannot believe the amount of hate messages I've gotten in the last couple weeks, 3 weeks, I guess, technically, since I made a video about the Trinity being false doctrine. That just completely opened up the can of worms for most people, it seems like. And the religious spirits and the monitoring religious spirits have been after me. And I couldn't believe, all I really said in that video was, I don't think that we should, if I were to summarize that whole video in one sentence, it would be, let's not use non-biblical terms to describe non-biblical things when we already have biblical terms to describe the biblical things that we're trying to talk about, which in this instance was the Godhead doctrine. And the word Godhead is mentioned 3 times in the Bible, which I don't think is a coincidence, by the way. And the word Trinity is never mentioned in there. And ever since I made this video, it's like there's been a series of weird events where religious monitoring spirits have been really coming after me and my life's work in some sense, and even the community that we have, the Regal Change Academy. People, trolls, more trolls than ever I've seen in the last couple weeks in the Discord, as well as other the paid community as well. And it's just like, man, what is happening? And it could be a series of also just the holiday season, because it seems like at this time people's demons are just out and about. They are ready to go, and they are fierce, and they're angry, and they're bitter, and it's like these spirits just want to I don't know exactly what exactly it is they're after anyway either. It's just they're trying to force you to make themselves feel better. They're trying to force their will on you and try to, well, you have to believe this. And they're just like religious fanatics, man. And I follow Christ, but I'm not a religious fanatic. In fact, I don't even say that I'm religious. I say that I follow Christ. And this is the reason why I say modern Christianity is just, I don't even know what it is anymore. I really don't. I have no idea what modern Christianity is at this point, because we've got transgenders preaching in the choirs. We've got lesbians leading the congregations in some churches. We have churches with pride flags hanging up. I mean, it's like, do you guys follow the Bible, or do you guys just like say you're following the Bible? And then we've got the people talking about the Trinity, and it's like, where did that even come from? The word Trinity. Okay, think about that. The name Trinity, like the word Trinity is actually a name, right? And the name Trinity is a female, and Jesus is not a female. God is not a female. Otherwise, why would God come down and be in human form, man? So there's just a few things that are going on right now where it's seemingly like the more you start to understand the pieces of the puzzle of life and the mystery of life and the world that we live in, and you start to live in that truth, you start to, well, it's not even like what I think, right? It's not even maybe what you think. It's like, this is what the literature is demonstrating. This is what the data is demonstrating. This is what the truth is bearing out based off of the facts. This is what the facts are bearing out. How am I supposed to look at the facts and what the facts bear out and just simply ignore it? Really? That's called delusion. That's called illusion. And that's what a lot of these people are insane. Like they're literally nuts. And I've even had people that supposedly, I don't know if this is actually true, but people that have been on the channel for a year or so, apparently, and they said that they loved everything that I did up until I said something, and they didn't even clarify what I said exactly, but something I said really, they took personal, and I don't even know this person. Like, I don't even know who this person is. Apparently they've been following me for a year, but I've never really seen them comment. I've never seen them anything. And I try to make sure that I'm commenting on as many things as possible, or I'm seeing as much as possible, because I want to make sure that the people in the comment section, we're developing a relationship. We're developing a communion of sorts, because I think that's going to help everybody more involved. You know, the disciples had a personal relationship with Christ. And I'm not saying I'm Christ by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying that if we are to strive to be like Christ, and if we are to follow Christ, well, then we have to have a personal relationship with the people that are looking to us for some kind of form of examples to follow, or to somebody that they can respect, or anything like that. And it's like, how am I supposed to please everybody? I cannot. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to please everybody. I'm not a people pleaser anymore. I used to be. But it's like, as soon as you stand on something and you're silently winning, oh yeah, of course you're going to be insulted. Okay, of course these people, when you're growing a little bit too fast, a little bit too quick, these people can't handle it. And it's like, you can do the same thing. Like, I know that there are going to be people that are more competent and that are more capable than I am. And I know that there are going to be people that are going to be vessels and conduits of righteousness more so than me. And of course, I'm going to strive for perfection because that's a commandment that has been given unto us by Jesus Christ. But I know that I'm never going to really be perfect as long as I'm a human, because I can always fall back into temptation. That possibility is always there. And so I have to flee from temptation, and I have to just not even allow the possibility of the temptation to arise. So I have to remove the temptation from any kind of life equation. If you think about, like, mathematically and practically speaking, if you look at life based off of like an equation, if you have a series of XYZ events in an equation to equate to or to bring about a certain kind of result on the other side of that equation, if you take out certain things like temptation or sin or certain other little things, you're going to get a different outcome and you're going to get a different result based off of that equation. And so what these people don't understand is they can make their life their own equation. Think about your will as a way to bend reality through that life equation. Your will is an equation that's going to produce certain things in your life. Okay, I talk a lot about thought algorithms. This is going to be a very similar thing, but it's more going to be like a will algorithm, or how do I say this? A will equation. Because whatever your belief systems are, you have thought algorithms, right? Let's say we have thought algorithms over here, and here you're going to have will equations. Well, your thought algorithms are the presuppositions for your will equations. Whatever it is that your will equation is going to be is based off of the presuppositions that are your thought algorithms. So depending on what you believe, it's going to determine your will equation. Okay? So these people don't understand that believing in yourself, that's a presupposition in your thought algorithm to set yourself up for a will equation that's going to produce the ability to bend reality to some degree in your will. And remember what Jesus says, whatever you ask in his name, you're going to be given. And thank God for that and praise God for that, because you got to do this with a state of mind of humility and understanding, and that you're not the center of the universe. You're not the center of the universe, but you're the center of your universe, because the world and the universe is not necessarily happening only outside of you, right? Your biological organism is a series of magnetic pulses and nervous systems and underpinnings of biology that create reality in itself. Because without your body, you wouldn't be able to even perceive the universe to begin with. So not only is the universe happening outside of you, it's also happening inside of you. And your body is way smarter than you think it is. How else would you describe or try to describe what intuition and what instincts are? Everybody's heard the saying, oh, you listen to your gut. These people, while you're silently winning and you're listening to your gut, you're staying humble, you're staying stoic, you're staying focused. These people want you to completely go to war with your instincts and intuition. And they will do this by trying to gaslight you, by trying to lie to you, and doing anything and everything possible to make sure that you don't be the person that you know you can be. And stop. This is something that I've done in the past. I've been guilty of this. Even within the last couple of years, I've been guilty of this, and I didn't even realize it until it happened, because sometimes you don't really know how things are going to work out until it works out. But, well, it works itself out. It always works out, but sometimes things don't work out with certain people or things. Like, it will work itself out and to become something better, of course. That's just my That's my thought algorithm to create my will equation there. But the point is that there are going to be times where you have to see that what's happening before you is not correct. It's not going to work out in the way that you want it to be. And that's where you course correct, and that's where you change certain things. And when I was a people pleaser, and I would try to dumb myself down to make it seem like we're on the same level. But here's the thing, if you're going to strive to be a winner, if you're going to win in this life, there's going to be a loser. And it's not necessarily like in any competition, in any game, there's a winner and there's a loser. Screw participation trophies. Okay, I don't play participation trophies. And I'm someone that even if I play a sport and I lose, I would rather lose on my own terms and make mistakes on my own and make mistakes on my own terms rather than being forced into submission by a freaking oppressive system that has no care in the world for who I am and what I'm about. I would rather be in an anarchy to some degree, because it's like when you strive to cater to people's emotions, that's when the society falls. When you always try to cater to other people's emotions, not only does the society fall, but your will and your will equation here, to use these terms, you're gonna start to disrupt that equation, because now your thought algorithms are telling you, oh, well, I have to cater to this person. So if you plug that into your will equation, you're not going to get the kind of result that you are going to need to get if you want to win in this life. And again, it's not all about winning, okay? But it's like, oh, well, you're arrogant. You're just trying to be who you are. Like you're just trying to stomp on the next guy. It's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm speaking the truth, and because I'm holding up a mirror to what you look like, you don't like it. And it's like, it's not my fault. And look, I'm not even saying I am perfect. Again, I'm not even saying I am perfect. I'm just saying that this is the way that I've lived my life, and it's gotten me to a better place. And apparently that just is all the haters, man. They just, I don't like it. No, you're this, you're that, you're doing that, you're doing this. You're a predator. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you kidding me? It's crazy out here, guys. It's crazy. Don't let these people try to disrupt you, because that is their goal. Okay? The devil is trying to disrupt you from actually achieving your goals and waging war on your setbacks. Wage war on your setbacks, not on people. Okay? So with that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful. If you do want to join a godly community where we are striving to improve our minds, bodies, and souls each and every day, you can join the free Discord in the Regal Change Academy, links in the description box below, as well as the paid community. Well, so in the free Discord, you get a bunch of different kinds of free resources for meditation, fitness, etc., as well as the godly community itself, because your network is your net worth. And that's where the paid community really comes into play, because the people in the paid community, both of the communities are great, but the people in the paid community definitely have a certain kind of mentality that if you're really wanting to be around people that are go-getters in life, like they know what they want, they're going for it, and they're learning how to do so in the process, this is the community where you can share how to build things with people, how to create things with people. And we also have a bunch of different classes going on in the paid community. Right now we're doing the Art of War class series. We did the 7 Deadly Sins a little while back. We also have meditation, as well as narcissistic healing, semen retention classes and guides. And we also have 2 weekly Bible study classes, as well as a weekly congregation where we talk about a variety of different topics. If you do also want to schedule a one-to-one consultation with me, the link is in the description box below as well. And with all that being said, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in, moving from the the YouTube platform over to the X, Rumble, and Instagram platforms. I appreciate your guys' extra support, and peace be with you all. Till next time.